True, scary night shift stories. On the outskirts of town, nestled within the gloomy industrial district, stood the long-abandoned Upton Steelworks factory. It was a place shrouded in legend, where brave souls dared not venture after sunset. For those unfortunate enough to work the night shift, it was a relentless descent into madness. John, a weary factory worker, reluctantly took on the graveyard shift due to desperate financial circumstances. The factory was an eerie labyrinth of rusting machinery, forgotten since the 50s. As the hours passed, strange occurrences began to unfold. The machines groaned to life on their own, the deafening clatter echoing through the desolation. John's colleagues vanished one by one, their screams echoing through the dimly lit corridors. Shadows twisted and danced in the corners of his vision, and the factory's ancient intercom system crackled to life, whispering unnerving secrets in a language he couldn't comprehend. Unable to leave his post, John pressed on, his heart pounding like a relentless drum. The temperature plunged to unbearable depths, and frost crept along the walls. In a remote chamber, he stumbled upon a grisly sight, a heap of decomposing bodies, their faces contorted in eternal torment. Fear gripped him, but an unseen force propelled him forward. The factory itself seemed malevolent, an entity with a sinister agenda. John had become an unwitting pawn in a malevolent game. Finally, he reached the control room, the heart of the factory's horror. A ghostly apparition, the spirit of a former worker, beckoned him to a console covered in strange symbols. The factory demanded a sacrifice, a new soul to join the restless spirits of its dark history. With the ghostly figure's icy hand guiding him, John hesitantly pressed a button. The machinery roared to life, claiming him as its own. In the eerie glow of the machinery, his body contorted, and his screams merged with the chorus of anguish that had plagued the factory for decades. The next morning, when the day shift workers arrived, they found the control room in disarray, but no sign of John. His disappearance became just another eerie tale in the factory's dark history, a haunting reminder that some places should forever remain shrouded in darkness. As a security officer, James had worked countless night shifts at the aging Richardson Memorial Hospital. The building itself was a relic of the past, a gloomy structure with a history as haunting as the rumors that surrounded it. One fateful night, as James patrolled the dimly lit corridors, he heard whispers, soft and chilling, emanating from a deserted wing of the hospital. He approached cautiously, his flashlight revealing a shadowy figure darting around corners, always just out of reach. Determined to investigate, he followed the spectral presence deep into the abandoned wing. The temperature plummeted, and the air grew thick with an unnatural chill. As he ventured further, the echoes of agony and despair seemed to saturate the very walls. Suddenly, a blinding light pierced the darkness, revealing an ethereal figure with hollow eyes and a ghastly visage. It whispered his name, a mournful sound that sent shivers down his spine. The apparition beckoned, and James, caught in a trance, followed deeper into the eerie depths of the hospital. The apparition led him to a locked room, the door seemingly rusted shut for centuries. With a wave of its skeletal hand, the door creaked open, revealing a chamber drenched in darkness. James stepped inside, the door slamming shut behind him. Within the room, he found a collection of old, rusted surgical instruments and the disheveled remains of a long-forgotten operating theater. It was then that he realized the horror of the room's history, a place where unspeakable medical experiments had been performed on the living and the dead. The apparition's mournful whispers intensified, and a chilling presence closed in around him. James realized that he had become part of the hospital's grim legacy, a security officer lost to the relentless darkness that had consumed countless souls before him. The morning shift workers arrived to find the hospital's abandoned wing locked, and the legend of James, the security officer who vanished in the dead of night, became one more ghostly tale in the haunting history of Richardson Memorial Hospital. Please like, share, and subscribe.